Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Mandamatirgati Matsarvasvapadambojau Radha Madan Mohano Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhobhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to welcome each and every one of you for our Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita discussion. So we are having a very beautiful conversation between Srila Ramanand Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The same Arjun and Krishna, the only difference is now Krishna is asking questions. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he's asking questions, and Arjuna, as Ramanand Rai, is giving his responses. A quick recap. I'm not carrying my pen, but definitely I will try to write it in a whiteboard. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Alright. So can you all see this? Yes. So if you see, Mahaprabhu asked Ramanand Rai, what exactly is the essence of all the sadhyas, the goal? And initially, Ramanand Rai starts with Varnashram Dharma. Yes, perform your duties, prescribed duties, Swadharma. Swadharma Acharan. You do this, this is the essence, the goal of life. Mahaprabhu says this is external. Iho Bahya, this is external. It's not that it's not needed, but this is external. Please go deeper. Then he says, all right. Then this is Krishna Karma Arpana. You offer your karma to Krishna. How about that? He says, but this is also external. You're still dealing with karmas. You're dealing with something material. So this is also Bahya. Then he says about Swadharma Tyag, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Giving up your prescribed duties. He says this is also external. You're given up prescribed duties, but you have not accepted anything. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes on to talk. Ramanand Rai goes ahead to talk about Jnana Shunya Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Well, even if you perform Jnana Mishra Bhakti, these are not exactly the activities that one performs in the Vaikuntha Loka. So this is also Bahya. This is also external. Please tell something deeper. Go ahead. And we had paused at this particular point of time. Yes, at this time we just paused our discussion, right? So now from here we need to go ahead. What is next? So we had to discuss this. All right. Ready? Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. So Ramanand Rai goes ahead to even give proof of Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nashocati na Kangshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Lavate Param. Which means you come to the platform of Jnana, Brahma Bhuta, by understanding this Jnana that you're not this body, you're spirit soul. The spiritual knowledge from the Atma Shastras. You keep discussing the philosophy. You keep speculating about this philosophy. You keep chanting Aham Brahmasmi and come to this platform. Then you become qualified for Shuddha Bhakti. So this is a proof. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. From Bhagavad Gita itself. So what does Mahaprabhu say about this? Prabhu kahe eho bhaya, आगे कह आर, राय कहे ज्ञान शून्य, bhakti sadhya sar. All right. So now here Mahaprabhu is called is Eho Bhai. This is also external. Come on, go deeper. And that's when Ramanand Rai says, Jnana Shunya Bhakti. That particular devotional service which is free from the conception of speculation. Yes, no speculation. So that particular, without speculative idea, you are performing devotional service. So as such, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, I know, I understand. Now this topic is going to get a little more deeper. So I require deep attention of all devotees. Anything you don't understand, please put your questions on the chat. I'll be very glad to answer it. Here, after having spoken devotional service mixed with speculative knowledge, that is Karma Mishra Bhakti. This is also Bahya, external. Why? Because it is not something that is practiced in Vaikuntha Lok. In the spiritual world, right? In the spiritual world, this Jnana Mishra Bhakti is not practiced. And because it's not practiced in spiritual world, it's external to the spiritual world. It's not that in spiritual world people are discussing about spirit, soul, and this Adhyatmik Gyan, difference between body and soul. These things are not discussed. Of course, it's a need for all of us. In the material world, it's a need. But in spiritual world, no, they don't need it. And that's why Jnana Shunya, without such kind of speculative knowledge. So a request to all the devotees, I just saw blank screens. That is something that it's not very encouraging, so please turn on your videos. Turn on your videos and do whatever you want, but keep it on. Right? So of course, if there is some conception of materialistic thought, that is material. It can be good thought or bad thought. Yes. It is not spiritual, it is material. But one more thing that Prabhupada is telling here, that just because there is some mental speculation, yes, mental speculation about body and soul and difference and study of Shastra, doesn't mean there is pure bhakti. There has to be some service. There has to be some relationship. In Jnana Shunya Bhakti, in spiritual world, if you want to be in spiritual world, there has to be a relationship. Right? And that is why it is very important that we understand one's relationship with Krishna. Without that, we can't enter into spiritual life. Correct? So Jnana Mishra Bhakti, there is no conception of relationship with Krishna, that there is no deep sambandha that is discussed. And that is why there is give up that so-called conception or speculation of Shastras. The study of Shastra is not condemned. Speculating on Shastra is condemned. Because speculating as Shastra is called as Jnana Prayas. Trying to understand Krishna with our own effort. That's called Jnana Prayas. I will study the Shastra and I will understand Krishna. We don't study Shastra to understand Krishna. Of course, we do. But we don't have this overconfidence that just by study of Shastra I will understand Krishna. No. We need mercy. You need Kripa. We study Shastra to get the Kripa. Alright? So let's just try to understand this. Jnane prayasam udapasya namanta eva jivanti sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam stane stita shrutigatam tanuvan manobhir yaprayaso jita jito apitraisti lokyam. So this is a prayer by Brahma. Brahmaji is offering this prayer after the Brahma Vimohan Leela. So he's saying, Jnane prayasa udapasya. I want to put it aside. I'm brushing it aside. Namanti eva. I'm offering you obeisances. Giving up my own effort to understand you, Krishna. I know now with my own effort. That's what Brahma tried. He said, I'll try to trick Krishna. I'll try to understand Krishna in my own way. But that failed. It failed so miserably, Brahma got completely bewildered. So what I will do, Jivanti, I will offer my obeisances And Jivanti, what kind of life I will lead? Jivan, Sanmukharitam, I will face Krishna. So there is something called Sanmukh and there's something called Vimukh. Vimukh means to turn our face away from Krishna. Sanmukh is to face Krishna. What is the meaning of facing Krishna? Facing Krishna means living a life favorable to Krishna. And this turning away from Krishna is leading a sinful life. So if you see Jnana, this Jnana Mishra Bhakta, they are neither favorable nor they are sinful. They have turned face like this. They are in between. So this is Jnana Prayas. You are not facing Krishna yet. And that's why it's very important that one becomes Sanmukha. And how to become Sanmukha? Sanmukha will happen when you have Varta. Bhavadiya Varta. Prabhupada translates Bhavadiya Varta as Varta means discussions. And Bhavadiya means about you, about the Lord. Bhagavat Varta. Bhagavat Varta. I'll start discussing Krishna Katha. Where? Which place? Are you going to go somewhere like Naimisharanya, Shukatal, Vrindavan? Where? No, wherever I am. Sthane Sthita. I'm going to be situated wherever I am. Wherever I am right now, I will situate myself there. And Shruti Gatam Tanuvak Manobir. I will live with devotees, and in the association of devotees, I will discuss the different scriptures. Jnana Prayas is speculating oneself. And the difference here is the same scripture. I'm going to be listening to devotees and understanding what they have to say. And with this prayas, with this effort, Jnana Prayas, wo prayas is useless. So I'm giving it up. But this Bhakti Prayas, this kind of prayas, what I'm going to do? So this prayas used in both the places. Through this, Ajita, Krishna is called as Ajit. Why? Because nobody can defeat him. No, he is unconquerable. Krishna played so many matches with many demons. Kamsa practically for 10.5 years Krishna was there in Vrindavan. Every day Kamsa would send 2 demons. One in morning, one in evening. Yes, like that. That's how Kamsa used to play. Some were morning specialist. Some were night specialist. They used to attack in the night. Right? And Krishna has won all the matches. Krishna never lost. Yes, his win percentage is 100%. He is 100% winner. That's Krishna. Right? So with this particular effort, prayaso ajita jita, you will conquer Krishna. Yes, this particular prayas will help you to conquer Krishna and nothing else. So by just pure api traistri lokya. And all the devotees do this. The proof. Api traistri lokya. Prabhupada is translating. So within these 3 words, by such pure devotees you are conquered. There's a proof always. Many devotees have conquered. Prahlad, Uddhava, Dhruva, Sudama, everyone. They gave up this Gyan prayers and they have conquered through such things. Parikshit. You conquer means you capture Krishna in the heart. Right? Wonderful? Okay. So this is a proof that is given by Ramanand Rai. Proof for Jnana Shunya Bhakti. Now what is first time Mahaprabhu telling? So this is the first time Mahaprabhu is going to say something different. Till now what did he say? Eho Bahya. This is external. But now what is Prabhu saying? Prabhu kahe eho haya aage kah ar. Raya kahe prema bhakti sarva sadhya sar. So now first time Mahaprabhu saying, oh yeah, this is good, this is there, this is alright. He's saying this is alright. Previously he said this is external, but now he's saying this is alright. He's changed. Previously he's saying ara kah ar. Say something else. But now he's saying aage kah, proceed ahead. You got a good direction. Yes, you got it. So this is the point from where our bhakti begins, the real bhakti. Which point? Jnana Shunya Bhakti. Now Jnana Shunya Bhakti is something which is called as the sadhana bhakti. Yes, this is where the sadhana bhakti begins. So going ahead of sadhana bhakti is prema bhakti. Prema Bhakti. Now we'll see, this purport is going to speak a lot of good points about it. So Mahaprabhu has accepted Jnana Shunya Bhakti, devotional service without any Jnana. But there is more important than this. You talk about that. Yes, it's very important because Jnana Shunya Bhakti, again, it refers to activities only. They are also activities in awe and reverence. But no, in spiritual world, we need to have love for Krishna. Without that particular prema, we cannot enter spiritual realm. Not just by doing the activities of Vaikuntavasis, we need to have the mood of the Vaikuntavasis. Jnana Shunya Bhakti, all right. Jnana Shunya Bhakti means nothing other than Jnana, Karma, both have been given up. He's performing only devotional activities. Correct. But spiritual world is not just about activities. What did Prabhupada call our movement? He called our movement International Society for Krishna Activities. Right? No. International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Whereas that consciousness is important. And what is that consciousness? That consciousness is prema. That's love. And that is why beyond that Jnana Shunya Bhakti, which is Sadhana Bhakti, is Prema Bhakti. See, Anya Bilashta Shunyam Jnana Karma Dena Vratam. Without Jnana, without Karma. Yes. So one has to practice this principle in order to make further progress. The first stage, of course, Jnana Shunya Bhakti is called as Sadhana Bhakti. Yes, because it's devoid of Jnana and Karma both. And what happens in Sadhana Bhakti? Sadhana Bhakti has totally 7 steps. 7 steps. The first step is you have faith. Faith in scriptures. And when you have faith in scriptures, then you associate with devotees. Step 2. This is called as Sadhu Sangha. And in Sadhu Sangha, what do sadhus make you do? The sadhus will make you do bhajan, bhajana kriya. And what happens when you do bhajana kriya? You will be freed from unwanted things, anartha nivritti. When you become free from anarthas, what happens? You become fixed in bhakti, nishtha. And when you get steady in your devotion service, consistency, with consistency, the desire to perform bhakti, you get develop taste. More and more, do you want to do more? If you've consistently been doing 16 rounds, then you develop a desire to do 16,000 rounds. That is called ruchi. And beyond the stage of when you're consistently performing a sadhana with great taste, then you become attached to Lord, which is called asakti. These are the 7 steps of sadhana bhakti. Yes. So there are examples. Now 2 shlokas are going to be spoken. The first shloka is bhakti rendered out of faith. Okay, the beginning of sadhana. Nanopachara krita pujanam arthabandho premaineva bhakti hridayam sukhavridrutam syat yavat chudasti jatare jaratha pipasa tavat sukaya bhavato nanu bhaksha pepe. Okay. So just as, I would like to quote this line first. Just as Shuddha means hunger. Shuddha asti, somebody is hungry, then what happens? Jatare. Jatar is the belly. Jaratha, pipasa. So this particular person is going to, this Jatar Agni is asking for hunger. There's hunger and thirst. Yes, Shuddhasti, Jatare pipasa. So you put food. And as soon as you put food, nanu bhaksha se peye, food and water, something to drink and something to eat. Tavat sukhaya bhavato. You feel happy. When you're hungry and thirsty, you eat food and you drink water, you feel happy. Sukhaya bhavato. Similarly, the real thirst and hunger that we have actually is the thirst for prema bhakti in our heart. That's a thirst of the heart. And when you do the different limbs of sadhana, upachara krita, nana upachara krita, there are 64 limbs of bhakti mentioned by Rupa Goswami. We do that. Pujanam arthabandho. Krishna is called arthabandho. Artha means distress. Bandho means friend. A friend in need is friend indeed, we say, right? So Krishna here is called as arthabandho, just like he saved Gajendra. Arthabandho. He saved Draupadi. Arthabandho. He saved the Pandavas from the wrath of Durvasa Muni. Arthabandho. Before even his devotees can get into distress, Krishna comes to rescue. That's why it's called as Artha Bandhu. Yes. So different sadhanas and bhajans that we do. Yes. We will feel sukha vidrutam syat. We feel happy in our heart. Yes. So the sadhana bhakti, the different angas of bhakti, they are actually our food and water. They are our food and water. So this food and water that we take, just like food and water satisfies this belly, the food and water of sadhana, prema bhakti, that is something that satisfies the heart. So this is the faith that a devotee has. So this is bhakti done out of, so sadhana bhakti with a desire to attain prema. So ultimately prema is the goal, right? Then. Now the second example that he gives is speaking about bhakti rendered out of greed. This is at the platform of ruchi and asakti. Because this is going to lead to prema. This is going to start our bhakti, faith, and this is going to push us to the next level. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita matihi kriyata kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api maulyam ekalam janma kotis sukritirna labhyate. Okay, all right. If I want that Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita, this is called as Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada talks about Krishna consciousness. Our movement is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. What is the Sanskrit equivalent of it? Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita. Yes, this is called Krishna consciousness. So if you want to become Krishna conscious mati, that's what. This whole thing is Krishna consciousness. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati. Mati is intelligence, if so to say. Bhavita is the emotion, both. And both put together is consciousness. Yes, bhakti ras, the mellow. If you perform devotional service, there's a taste that is associated. So taste. And whose bhakti? Krishna bhakti. Bhakti means Krishna bhakti only, but specifically it's mentioned Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita matihi. So Krishna consciousness. Where you get this Krishna consciousness? What you do? What you can do to purchase? Yadi kuto api labhyate. How to purchase this? Kriyatam. What to do? Yadi kuto api labhyate. So that I'll get it. Yes. All right. One may say, I have crores and crores of rupees and dollars. No, that is useless. Okay, I have crores and crores of, even if you have little Sukriti, you will become Krodpati. But I have Janma Koti Sukriti. My lifetimes and lifetimes of crores of not money, Sukriti, the pious activities. Sorry, na labhyate. With that, you will not get Krishna Bhavanamrit. You cannot develop this Krishna consciousness that with that. No. Then what do I need? This Ekalam Maulyam. There is only one thing that you need. If you pay this price, you will get Krishna consciousness immediately. What is that? Tatra laulyam api. Only and only greed. Transcendental greed, laulyam. This transcendental greed is there. We are greedy for Krishna consciousness. Greedy for Krishna consciousness means greedy for kirtan, greedy for hearing, greedy to serve the sadhus, greedy to serve the deities. That greed is very much important. Without that greed, no use. Janma koti sukriti, you offer your crores and crores of punya. No, iho bhaya. Just as Mahaprabhu said, this is external. No use. So this is that greed, proof of that greed of prema bhakti. Yes, intense greed. Intense greed. So this intense greed is something that will lead from sadhana bhakti to raga bhakti, the prema bhakti. So raga bhakti or that spontaneous bhakti is like what? A river flowing into the ocean. There's nobody can stop the river. You try to block the river like this, the river will change the direction and go to the ocean. What is Ganga's another? Who is Gangapati? Of course, Krishna is everyone's pati, but Gangapati is actually the Sagar. Sagar is Gangapati because Ganga goes and enters into the ocean ultimately, right? So Sagara is Gangapati. So all rivers, their pati is actually the ocean. So similarly, once even Kunti Maharani talks about this. Yes, she talks about this. Tvai me ananya vishayam matir madhupate asakrit ratim utvahata madda gangai vodam udanvati. Just as Ganga flows into the ocean, similarly let my consciousness spontaneously flow towards you. That's Raga Bhakti. Nothing can stop, actually, Raga Bhakti. So henceforth, now one platform is established. So sadhana platform is also done. So from here on, the platform of the Raga Marg, the spontaneous love, because this now they are going to carry out discussion from this level only. So more and more, Mahaprabhu is going to tell you, discuss about this subject only now. Finally, he has got. So now what we had discussed before also, there is a necessity of a relationship. Yes. So now once the person is established on the Raga platform, that's on the platform of Bhava and Prem, there is a necessity of a relationship with the Lord. So let's go ahead. Prabhu kahe eho haya, aage kah aar, Rai kahe dasya prema sadvas sarva sadhya sar. So Mahaprabhu said, all right, this is also there. It is also accepted. But go ahead, go ahead. And that's when Ramananda Rai talks about dasya prem, the relationship of a servant and a servitor, where we feel we are servant and Krishna is the person who is a servitor. Yes. So between a servitor and a servant and the served, there is an intimacy. They have a relationship. It's called mamata. Mamata means feeling of that oneness, where a devotee says, Krishna is my master. My master. I am servant. My master. Hanuman had that. Mere Prabhu Shri Ram. My Swami. My Prabhu. So Hanuman is an embodiment of Dasya Prem. He really had this feeling of my lordship. And this particular feeling is there very much in the Vaikuntha-vasis also. My Lord. So they have that feeling of intimacy, of oneness with the Lord. We belong to this particular master. We belong there. Like even in this world, you see there is a conception of gang. Correct? I belong to this gang. I belong to that gang. So this is Krishna gang. We belong to this gang. That sense of belonging to the master is very prominent. And that's because of the intimacy. It's called Dasya Prem. And any proof of Dasya Prem, this is directly from the Bhagavatam, 9th canto. Yannama shruti matrena puman bhavati nirmalah tasya tirtha padak kimva dasa nama vashishyate. So this is a sloka spoken by Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni initially had a hatred towards Ambarish Maharaj. He hated. Prabhupada says he hated Ambarish Maharaj. And Prabhupada calls Durvasa Muni as caste Brahman. He is not actual Brahman. Real Brahmana will not hate others. Yes, he was a great yogi, definitely performing a lot of austerities. And usually if you find yogis who are doing dry austerities, such guys become angry very fast. You have seen this? Even in TV serials or that, like that, they show. They're offended. We'll give you a curse. They immediately take some water from the Kamandalu and say, curse you! May you become a leper! So they do something like that, right? Because one who does too much of dry austerities, there is no bhakti element there. There is no particular desire to please Krishna, please Vaishnavas. That kind of austerity, that will lead to dryness of heart, and the first thing that comes out is the anartha of anger. So usually those guys are very angry fellows. So Durvasa Muni also is like that. He's known for cursing. Everyone is afraid of him. If Durvasa comes, he's going to definitely spell a curse. Because he gets offended very fast. Of course, he gets pleased also very fast, but he gets offended also very fast. Yeah. So dasanam avashishyate. Therefore, what he's saying, this is a very wonderful verse. Yannama shruti matrena puman bhavati nirmala. Just by hearing his name, just by hearing such a person's name, a person becomes nirmala. Mala means dirt, anarthas. Nirmala means without any dirt in the heart. Puman bhavati. A person becomes free from all the anarthas. Because he saw in his own heart, I got affected so much by anger that I wanted to murder a devotee of Lord. Such a wonderful devotee of Lord. But you look at Ambarish Maharaj. He is nirmala. Tasya tirtha padam kimva. Tirtha pada is referred to a devotee, also it refers to Lord. Tirtha means holy place. Tirtha pada means that lotus feet that makes a place holy. It's both. It can refer to devotee as well as Lord, but in this context it is the Lord. Tasya tirtha pada kimva dasyanam avashishyate. What is there for a servant more dear than the lotus feet of Lord? Yeah. What else is there to accomplish? He's already got the Lord's lotus feet. He doesn't have anything else. That's what he is telling. So here Durvasa Muni is appreciating the Dasya Prema of Ambarish Maharaj. Right? So this is a proof of Dasya Bhakti. That devotees under shelter naturally come to his own opulence. Yeah, here also, this is a Ramanujacharya's one statement. Bhavantamevanucharan nirantaraha prashanta nishesha manorathantara kadahamaikântika nitya kinkaraha praharshayishyami sanata jivitam. So, bhavantam eva anucharan nirantaraha. Anuchara is actually to follow, and usually the followers are servants, right? Bhavantam, you are certainly serving nirantaraha. So you see this, there is constant service. Consistency is very important in bhakti. Pashanta nishesha manorathantara. Yes. So here it is said that a person who is constantly serving the Lord, yes, such a person is always prashant. Prashant, why is prashant? Prashant means peaceful. What is the meaning of peaceful? Nishesha manorathantara. Manorath means mental whims. He doesn't have any nishesha. He doesn't have any other mental disturbances. Yes. So now here he is saying, Kadaham, when will I Aikantika Nitya Kinkara, when will I become your eternal associate to serve you? Kinkara means, Kim means what, Kara means what to do. A servant is always asking his master, questioning his master, what can I do? How can I serve you? Right? Kadaham Aikanti. Aikantika means again, no other desire. The same thing. Praharshayishyami sanata jivitam. Blissfully, oh Lord, I would like to have such a life. I would like to have such a life. Joyful. So like to have a master. Servant is always wanting to have such a master in his life. So this is the life I want to live with you. Yes. What is Mahaprabhu telling? Prabhu kaho eho haya kichu aage ar. Raya kahe sakhya prema sarva sadhya sar. So Mahaprabhu says, hey, this is there. Eho haya, this is also there. But kichu aage, go ahead. Now he's changed. Tell something little more, please. And Raya kahe sakhya prem. A friendship, love of friendship. That is Sarvadharmasar. Why? Because even as a servant, there is some kind of fear of the master. Yes, there is some fear factor. How many of you agree? If you have how much ever the master is, there will be some kind of fear which is there always. डर लगता है थोड़ा. So we cannot, although there is intimacy, my master, my thing, my sir, we are belonging to this gang. All that feeling of intimacy is there. But there is still a feeling of fear which is there. Yes. But on the other hand, Sakhya doesn't have any sense of fear. In fact, Sakhya considers Krishna is equal to me. And of course, this you cannot artificially tell now. These are all stages beyond Prema. So we are on the stage of Anartha right now. We have to reach Prema, then we can talk like this. Right? So this is this particular feeling of being equal and not having that respectful attitude is called Vishrambha. Vishrambha is intimacy without so-called awe and reverence. Vishrambhena atma sauchena gauravena gurena cha. So Vishrambha is that particular, devoid of this respectful attitude. Vishrambha Sakhya. Yes, friendship, pure friendship of Lord. And in that, Lord and the devotee are equal. They don't say Krishna is great. No, we are equal. If you are standing in line, you also come and stand in line. Yes, stand behind me. Hey, don't cut the line. Go behind. That's how they talk to Krishna. And the proof is there in the Bhagavatam. 10, 12, 11, this sloka. Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradaivatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakham vichashro krita punya punja sardham. Ek minute, just sakham, right? Just check the verse. Typo? Sardham. Yes, sakham. See here? It is actually there's a small error, typo. It's sakham. That is where sakyaras comes. Sakham vijahuru. There's some spelling mistake. Happens. It's sakham. I will not cut it. That will be cutting the Bhagavatam. It's actually sakham. That was Prabhupada translated. Okay, he also says sardham. Some versions say that. Okay, no problem. Sakham, we just should. Krita punya punjaha. Yes, so they have vacuum. So now here it is said, Ittam, this person, this in this manner, Satam Brahma Sukhanu, those spiritualists, they consider Krishna to be Brahma Sukha. Oh, he is the pleasure of Brahmananda. The Dasya Bhaktas, for them Krishna is the supreme, the Lord, Paradaivatena, the transcendental master. Deva means master. Those are in Maya, Maya Shritanam, those who have taken shelter of Maya, Naradarakena, they consider Krishna to be an ordinary human being, just like you and me. But Sakham Vijahru or Sardham Vijahru, Krita Punya Punja. How are these cowherd boys able to play with Krishna like an equal? Shukadeva Goswami is astonished. He's astonished seeing the relationship of Krishna and the Gopasakhas. And he's saying how these boys are able to relate to Krishna as an equal friend. Wow. That's just amazing. So he's astonished, and in that astonishment he's speaking this sloka. Sakham Vijahru Krita Punya Punja. What have these people done? Krita Punya Punja. What punya have these people done to play with Krishna like an equal friend? So that is his question. That's what he's asking. Yeah. Now what is Prabhu? First time Mahaprabhu is saying, so after hearing Sakya Bhakti, Prabhu kahe eho uttama, aage kaha ar, raya kahe vatsalya prema sarva sadhya sar. So he's saying, eho uttama, this is best. This is very good. Okay, Prabhupada says very good, not best. Uttam means actually best, but Prabhupada is saying very good because best is yet to come, right? So eho uttama, this is very nice, very good. But still, go ahead. And that's where the conception of Vatsalya Prem comes. Why Vatsalya Prem? That's the reason. Because in friendship there is a sense of equality, but in Vatsalya Prem there is advanced affection. So in Vatsalya, a devotee thinks I am better than Krishna. Not equal, better. Right? Better. So this is not the misconception that a karmi has that I am better than God or demon has. This is actually to have more affection and better sense of I'm superior, I have to take care of Krishna. So that way since I'm taking care of Krishna, I'm better than Krishna. Prabhupada also said this. There are one group of people who go and ask Lord for daily bread. What is this? You're begging for bread. In fact, our religion is not bread begging religion. Our religion is bread feeding religion. Mother Yashoda is feeding Krishna. Yes, we are a bread not seeking religion. We are a bread giving religion. We are feeding Krishna only. So who can feed the Lord? Only if you are in a better position than the Lord. So there are two verses glorifying Vatsalya Bhakti. Vatsalya Prem. Nanda kim akarod brahman shreya evam mahodayam yashodama mahabhaga papau yasyastanam harihi. So here there is an astonishment again. Shukadeva only. Shukadeva is astonished. Nanda kim akarod. What has this Nanda done? Yes. What has this Nanda done, O Brahman? What he has done? Shreya evam mayodayam. He has
What Shreya, what spiritual activities he has performed? Shreya means spiritual. Eva Mahodayam, to become Mahoday, Nanda Mahoday. Yes, they became father of Krishna, Maha Uday. So great good fortune has arisen in his life. What is that great good fortune arisen? Nanda ki Ananda Bhayo Jai Kanaya Lal ki. So he has become the father of Krishna. Yashoda va Mahabhaga, even Yashoda. Yashoda va, she is even better. Why? Papau yasya stanam harihi. Stana. Hari is drinking milk. Papau is to drink. Stana is breasts. From the breasts of Mother Yashoda, he is drinking her milk. What has she done? How she became Mahabhaga. So that is the astonishment. Now this is also one more shloka. Nemam virincho nabhavo nashrirapyanga samshaya prasadam levire gopi yattat prapya vimuktidat. This is a shloka that is spoken immediately after during the Damodar Leela. Yes, Damodar Leela. Right. This particular na imam, when Mother Yashoda was about to capture Krishna. Yes, na imam, not this type of love, this kind of prasada or mercy. Yes, na imam, this kind of prasad or mercy is not there. Virincho, no Brahma, no Shiva, Shiva is Bhava, na Shri, even Lakshmi, no. Anga Samshaya, although Lakshmi is staying on the chest of Lord, she doesn't have this type of love which this gopi has got. Lebhire, she has attained. Yattat prapya vimuktidat. Yes, that which you obtained, you get special kind of mukti. So from the person who's given up, Vimukti Dat is actually, Vimukti is special liberation. Vimukti Dat is one who gives that special kind of liberation. You will definitely get, this person has given the special mercy. Prasad Lebire Gopi, Vimukti Dat. So this Vimukti Data, Mukunda, has given. Yes, she's obtained and she's obtained from Krishna. Yes, what kind of thing she's. Yes, after she had given up trying to find Krishna, she almost gave up at one point of time, that particular point of time. Nemam virincho na bhavo, na shrirapyanga samsruta, prasade levire gopir, attat prapya, vimuktitat. Amazing. Alright. Is this the topmost? Is it the highest, or there is something more than this? That's something we'll find out in next class. There are some questions in the chat, and also we'll have a quick revision because it's a very technical section, so we'll have a revision. Okay, quick recap. Well, how did it begin? How everything began? Now you can all type in the chat. How did the discussion begin? What is the beginning? First stage, stage one. Anyone? You can type in chat also. There is nothing called wrong answer. Please give whatever you. Okay, it starts. Okay, today's discussion started with Gyan Mishra Bhakti. The first stage is Varnashramacharan, Swadharmacharan, Varnashram. Beyond the stage of Varnashram is, that is also Bhayeho Bahya, he said, external duties. Yes. Then there is Krishna Karmarpanam. You are offering your fruits to Krishna. That is nice, but that is also Karma Yoga. Eva Bahya. One is Karma, second is Karma Yoga. Alright. Then give up that karma. Then there is Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Pracha. Swadharma Tyaga. I'll just share the screen. Was it there before? Okay. Not this screen share, classic screen share. New basic class. Okay. So first one was Swadharma Acharan, Varnashram Dharma. This is when a person becomes human being. That's why it is required. The second is Krishna Karmarpana. You offer your fruits to Krishna. If you are doing Swadharma Acharan, you are called a Karmi. So today's People, they are not karma. Karma is a very respectable position. Very respectable position. Today's people, Prabhupada called as cats and dogs. That's the reality. So Krishna Karmarpana you do, you become Karma Yogi. Then Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Swadharma Tyag. You become Jnani. Then such a person who is performing Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Yes, so he is also Jnani only, but he has some traits of Bhakti also. He'll be successful in getting liberated. But this is not the activity of Vaikuntha, so it's external. Then there is Jnana Shunya Bhakti. So this is where the sadhana bhakti begins. You become a sadhana bhakta. Then there is prema bhakti. Very good. The goal of sadhana is very important. Stage of prema. Then there is dasya prem. Here is where relationship begins. Then there is sakhya prem. Here there is no fear. One thinks one is equal to Krishna. Then there is vatsalya prem, where one is better than Krishna, one thinks, because he is serving Krishna. Okay? Is there anything more than this? Please come to the next class, we'll find out. Cliffhanger. Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pamho, how can we define without Gyan? We are not the body, we are soul. And without karma, how can we do seva? Okay. Right. First of all, let's understand what is Gyan. Gyan has three types. Yes. Jnana is Tat Padartha Gyan. Then there is Tvam Padartha Gyan. And there is Aikya Gyan. Tat Padartha Gyan means to know about Lord. Tvam Padartha Gyan means to know about Jiva. And Aikya Gyan is to think that Jiva and Krishna are on equal level. So this is needed. But this is nonsense. This is rejected by devotees. This Mayavadis apply this knowledge. Okay? This is the three Gyans which are there. But Jnana Shunya means to go beyond the theoretical platform. This is much of just theory. So Gyan refers to speculative ideas. What Gyan is condemned in Bhakti is speculation. Speculation of trying to understand my own effort. That is called Jnana Prayas. My own effort, I will understand Krishna. That is something which is condemned. Now if you see, what is the meaning of karma? Karma means actions performed to get enjoyment. This is called as karma. You get the point, right? So this karma has to be given up. Karma means actions for satisfying one's own senses, kama. There is kama vasana there. So when we don't have that enjoyment mentality, then that karma is no more karma. It is divine. And if there is a mentality to serve Krishna, then that karma is pure. That is not karma, it's bhakti. I hope that's clear. Next question. One of the rasa with the Lord is neutrality. Where does that fall? Is it before prema, as there is no relationship with the Lord? No, it is at the stage of exactly prema. It is not called shanta. Because in the stage of prema, there is a shantarati. There is a lot of admiration in heart. Our Vaishnavacharyas, Gaudiya Vaishnavacharyas don't consider shantaras at all. They say there are only four rasas. Shantaras is not considered. Why? Because there is no active service. Because of that is no active service, our acharyas do not actually regard this Shantaras a lot. So Shanta is that prema bhakti, right? That is that acharya is not using the word Shantaras, but that is how it starts. It starts with an inner admiration for the Lord. Correct? So that prema is only Shantarati. Something equal. Suppose somebody does not have that active relationship with Krishna, but he has prema for Krishna, then the gati, the destination that one has is like that of a tree, and they will be in Shantarati. Okay. So the stage here is where prema bhakti comes. Now I'll just show once more. Where is that document? Yes. Yeah. So here only, this is Shantarati only. It can be called a Shantarati. It starts like that. For more details, you can refer to 1st Canto 7th chapter 10 Shloka purport. Very clearly, there are 9 symptoms given of prema and how it starts. Shantarati, how it starts. Which symptoms are there? Some more symptoms, then you go to from Shanta to Dasya. So gradually one develops those. Okay. Thank you. All right, thank you, dear devotees. So we'll conclude our discussion here and we'll continue this discussion from where we left next time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand.